Bam, 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 bam. Me waiting for the stream to go live. And we are live. Hello and welcome to Nation Fan TV. I am Pilo. I am your host. This is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs. Football Club. And we are on episode 2 of our live streams. As you know, as I said, I will be going live every weekday, Monday to Friday at 7:30 South African time. So do make sure Uguti you tune in 7:30 South African time. You know this, if you've been watching this channel, you know we are consistent around here. We always publish a video each and every day. I'll leave the weekends for Ama podcast where I talk with you, Kaizer Chiefs fans. And by the way, you can WhatsApp me on the number below if you want to be part of those podcasts. You WhatsApp me on the number and then we talk and we arrange Uguti how you can be on the podcast. And then Mondays to Fridays, I will also be I will make Lama live streams as I am doing right now. I'll be welcoming people in the after 5 minutes because I don't want to disturb the stream by saying hello so and so, because this video will be watched by people later on. Anyways, it's really interesting what we are going to talk about today. One is Chiefs is back in training and what that means, who we saw, who we didn't see, and why not, and all the things that are around those things, whatever. And then number 2 is undaba Pule Mmodi. We remember ukuthi Chiefs ifuna Pule Mmodi, so qhubeka sikhulume about what's happening with that guy right now with the Chiefs. And I also want us to talk about Kaizer Chiefs as a business, because the thing is we are complaining about other things, but today I want to talk about the business side of the Chiefs and everything around that. And it would be interesting to hear what you guys also think about that. So stay tuned. Ama comments awabe khona, ama likes awabe khona. Mangibona ama 14 concurrent viewers, can I also see 14 likes so that YouTube can spread this video to more people like you. Okay, so let's start. First of all, sibonile abadlali babuyile naturena bayajima, getting ready for a game Arrows 31, which I'm excited about. But another thing that was significant was that one of the players that we saw, we're expecting to see in any case, was Uplomu with Lezake Dayu, and people are saying new haircut, new dye, new contract. So I hope that's the case, because everyone seemed in good spirit. Uguti, we're getting ready to restart the season, and I think it Chiefs ngempela, if they can play their cards right now, singaba neteam ezoba very hard to stop, because right now we've seen ukuthi Uzwane yina zama ukuyenza ngeteam yakhe in the time that he has been at Chiefs. All we need now is just for them to follow up on that, because right now all we need to do is to just carry on with the momentum. Indlela esiqale ngayo isizini was not the greatest, but there were signs. Some people will talk about how Uzwane has not won ama games amaningi. The thing is, if you want results, sometimes, if you want a team that has an established philosophy, sometimes you have to give a team some time to build. And I think that's what Uzwane needs to get in order for him to continue molding le team. Masomrasha kakhulu ngama results, then sogcine sacrifice philosophy, so sacrifice indlela esidlala ngayo because sifuna ukuthi swine. Now it's khathi ukuthi ngibingelele people who have joined the stream. If you have joined the stream, by the way, just go to the comment section, say hi, I'm here, and say your name. Hello Anele Boza in the house. Movie Mania, first time joining the live, welcome Movie Mania. Then Tumelo Mapeleba, say I'm here to watch live chat. Yes, welcome guys. Drop Panama comments. Engagement is very important to help the stream grow. Now, I just want to say, angazi, maybe it's me who didn't see the pictures correctly. If you saw, I didn't see Upalin Pachna. I didn't, because before, what's this thing? When Upalin Pachna wasn't seen there, because we remember Uti Bradley Cooper. Into Bradley Cooper. I don't know why I'm saying Bradley Cooper. The other guy, he left back, that was trialing with the Chiefs, was there, and Sambona the other time, and then Satitina. Okay, so that means the Chiefs has someone new who's trialing with the Chiefs. But I didn't see Upalen Pachna. That's me. That's not what I say happened. Maybe a camera, they conveniently hid his face and didn't show him. But angimbonanga mina, ngazi ukuthi is he still gonna join the team later on? Are they sorting out the arrangement? Which would be weird ukuthi why they didn't sort out an arrangement ukuthi uzobe a trialisha with the Chiefs, because mangicheck abantu abakhona, I did not see him, which kind of worries me. It really does worry me ukuthi how is it that Lomdlali Lona that we're hyping about, we're just overhyped about when he first came ukuthi how now kumanje singambona in the first training session, hopefully ke ukuthi Monday uzobe khona, but why engabanga bikho manje? Sorry, on the first day. Welcome Avela, uthe mpilo nami ndikhona listening, call me Chief, ungandibizi ngegama ndimdala phela. Okay, Chief Vonqwana, welcome. Sorry, Gutinte Avela. Chief, okay, Chief. Next is Perfectis Pure Duba, Olampilos, Wola Spiwe. Comments, guys, likes. Let's continue. So I'm saying this to go back to this issue that we've talked about with the Chiefs a lot. Ugut itimi to as much as Sitand, I feel like sometimes they make the simplest things zivele zibenzim. Ngikhuluma about the issue that I will always refer to, ukuthi sigcine sitshontshelwa abadlali or sigcine si hijackwa by the likes of the Sundowns or whoever, because we just take too long to decide ukuthi kumele sign umdlali, and because we are not deciding ukuthi we want to sign a player, what ends up happening is that the other team's like, okay, Chiefs wants this player, they must be good enough, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna swoop in and get that player right under their noses. And that's what happened. I think it's the same thing that happened with Abu Bakar Nazir. We expected Uguti we're going to sign Abu Bakar Nazir. We didn't. We took our own sweet time, and you know what ended up happening? Sundowns came in, they took him. And then before you say, hi, it's because the Sundowns, they have a lot of money, vele, unlimited budget, yada yada. We also had a player by the name of, wait for it, his name is called Bonfilis Caleb Bimenyimana. The Chiefs had him my trials, and then they took their sweet time in deciding, okay, we are buying this player, but they were just signing him, but they took their own time before deciding finally to sign him. And I fear Uguti, if ngempela kukuthi uBalen Pachna wasn't there trialing with the Chiefs today, then it kind of worries me again ukuthi why are you taking so much time to decide on something that we think is obvious? Because I'm not saying the Chiefs I'm signing Manju Pachna, but I'm saying I'm assess from the start, so that if they see ukuthi by the 10th this guy is not good enough for the Chiefs or whatever, 17, we know ukuthi we are not building thinking ukuthi there is an option in Balen Pachna. But asazi from now on ukuthi we've tested the player, sichimile nomdlali, because apparently Chiefs is also planning to have ama friendlies as well. So in having ama friendlies abo, they must try out these players abafuna ukuba trialisa yabo. So if ungamtrialisa njengamanje, because one of the reasons why uBonfilis Caleb has been kind of, it was a bit quicker for him to adapt when he came into the main team, like competitive fixtures, is that Velek, my friend, he had already scored goals. The downside of my live stream, he had already scored goals guma friendly matches before the season, and then it was easy for him to then adapt to the team when he was eventually introduced. But if they're gonna take their sweet time with this guy, then soba nenkinga sokuthi umdlali kuzothi sekumele simdinga ngempela, then sesiba nenkinga yokuthi akekho ready. I think ngifunda ama-comments which I will do in every 10 minutes interval to not interrupt the stream. So nangu uPerfect Spiwe, okay ngiyele kuPerfect Spiwe sengiku Timberlayer rugged phone. Okay uthi olampilo ndikumamele ngomonde butiza wola lapho Timberlayer angazi amagama ngopronounce kahle yini. And then Movie Mania says futhi nje bayanyanyisa, if you identify a talent sign him. Why extended monitoring? Exactly, bro. It's exactly what I'm saying. Good thing. Decide, like start early, assess, release, or start early, see what the player fits, and then sign the player to the team. Now to the good news, because it's cool mail about the bad news or good Chiefs does not have. I did not see Upalen Patch. Now, if you saw him, by the way, Nishu good Nimbonil. Don't forget to smash the like button. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is that I saw Kone looks fit. Everyone else is fit. Uzwane said everyone is fit. Am I the only one, by the way, who thought this week just went? When I was going through and reading things that happened, I'm like, Kutwa Friday. I'm like, but it's Tuesday. Mang check. I'm like, no, it's actually Friday. So this week just went by very quick, which shows that in no time vele season is obviously and will be playing against Golden Arrows. Now let's talk about other things, and I want us to talk about Pule Mmodi. Guys, commentani ningitshele ngicabangani. Welcome Gibson. Pule Mmodi, agent yakhe, his agent said that there are no negotiations going on between the Arrows and Pule Mmodi to extend his contract. We already knew this. Pule Mmodi wanted to come to the Chiefs last June, July, August, this previous June, July, but it didn't happen because, well, yeah, Chiefs did not want to pay the money, 2.5 million, less than 2.5 million, they say. So if the Chiefs didn't want to pay that money, I don't know whether they wanted imali or something. That's what they said in their official tweet. It's not even a rumor. It's what Golden Arrows tweeted. Uguti, it's lies. Uguti Arrows tried to do this and that. They actually said that imali is half of 5 million. So mabesho njalo, that means the Chiefs didn't want to pay 2.5 million for whatever reason, and now we're at a point where the Chiefs vele might look to just come in January and sign Pule Mmodi on a pre-contract ukuthi join the Chiefs June. And if the agent yakhe ithi ama talks are postponed until January, ngeke kube nama talks, because lapho they will have the upper hand as the agent, no Pule Mmodi over Arrows ukuthi look, January now we can sign a pre-contract with anyone, so extend the contract here too or we leave, which basically means Arrows is probably just gonna let Pule Mmodi go, because I don't think they will give him what Chiefs would give him at this point. So what could end up happening is that, one, you might like this video, and two, ukuthi uLokhunja uzosuka vele ku-Arrows as a Chiefs assigning a pre-contract. Problem though, secondary problem is this. I touched on this when I was talking about wingers. Welcome Bongani. Ukuthi Pirates are also in a race for wingers, and we've heard ukuthi Pirates want to sign what's this thing? They want to sign another winger, and we saw even Wikaling Cup ukuthi abalandeli be-Pirates didn't even field uHoto because they are not happy with uHoto. Abadlali babo nje banenkinga and banosale ngedwa manje who's iwinger yabeshisayo. So kube nama talks ukuthi iPirates might also or are also interested in signing Pule Mmodi, and that does not really make me happy, because that means this agent ngoba isiqhamukile yakhulume, he's just throwing it out there. Agents ama-agents ahlakaniphile phela now. He just came out and said, listen, we're not talking ngama-contract negotiations ne-arrows, so qala ukukhuluma nabo in January. There is an invitation to Chiefs, to Pirates, to Sundowns to say, hey, look, we have a player that you can sign on a pre-contract in January, so come and get him. But as much as you won't be signing him from the team, you will still have to pay agents fees. You will have to promise a good salary for the player. And now we enter what Chiefs does not like, what I don't like, what most people don't like in general, because once we get into bidding war, then it's sinking in, because now Pirate would be saying, okay, we're gonna offer him this much. Chiefs coming in and say we're gonna offer him this much. And I feel like with these other players that we've signed with Chiefs, abanye besigcine sibanikeza ridiculous salaries because ama-agents abo abezosithreatenisha ukuthi okay, we're taking the player there, or the player is going to play in the team if you don't give us more money. And I know right now I sound like I'm contradicting myself because of what I've been saying about Pule Mmodi, but here I'm talking about someone who is not playing for Chiefs and who could be joining Chiefs. So I think that would be interesting to see Uguti how that will end up happening, because there's Junior Mendieta on the other hand who cost 8 million and is rated Uguti he might cost around that much. So if Junior Mendieta will cost 8 million and then you have this guy also cost free, basically it's just you waiting 6 more months, then I see Chiefs just taking Mmodi over Mendieta, because we know our team does not like to pay. People who do like to pay though are Kappa, and this is it's a very good way to segue Uguti. Kappa likes to pay, because I'm saying this because Chiefs right now, they have a deal with Kappa, and there are a lot of things that have been said about deal yabo Kappa. Some people are saying Nike dropped the Chiefs because of Chiefs has stopped winning. I'm like, kunezinto nje engenzi sense bafethu. Azikhona izinto engenzi sense with the marketing. Chiefs and Nike are not working together because Chiefs were winning titles. Chiefs and Nike are working together, and many other brands work together with the Chiefs because of the brand here Chiefs, right? They don't work with the Chiefs because Chiefs are winning titles. If that was the case, then why are amanyama teams such as Arsenal, who are not winning anything, yet they were getting new sponsors each and every year? How long has Adidas been with Manchester United? Yet they've been crap since we say Alex Ferguson left. Sorry for the language, but they've not been good since we say Alex Ferguson left. Yet they've had sponsorship deals. So how can we say Chiefs left Nike because of that fact? Uguti Chiefs were no longer winning. I think that's just ridiculous. The ridiculous thing to say, because Chiefs 8 years without a league, still they're still the biggest club in South African football. And namanje, if you do anything in South Africa, you insert Kaizer Chiefs, you say Chiefs, people will go, they will run towards that, because once you insert the name Kaizer Chiefs, everyone starts talking, because that's how big the brand is. So I think it would be ridiculous to say Chiefs did not continue working with Nike because they stopped winning titles. Sirao Mohale, Kosi Superfan TV, Superfan reporting. Yebo, welcome Sirao. Ezinye izinto njalo, I'm still getting used to them. I'm still getting used to this whole thing in live stream, so please do forgive me. And now Internet Pablo says, Ola, where do you think we will be on the log standing come end of the year? Off season. That's an interesting question. Yabona manje, you are mixing my heart kuzoba ne contradiction between my heart and my brain, because one part of me says I think Chiefs has what it takes. I'm about to say something ridiculously crazy right now. I think Chiefs has what it takes to win the league. But we do not, and we have not shown the consistency that is needed by a team that's challenging for the title. You understand? Because manje I believe ukuthi Sundowns with Urulani, I see a lot of people are hating on Urulani. Guys, ama likes are 14, ngicela khuphukela ama likes, please ngicela nikhuphula ama likes are 14 please. So the ukuthi Sundowns could beat or edge Chiefs ngokuthi they know how this thing is done, and I believe mina ukuthi as much as abantu bengamfuna uRulani, I think since he has been named like the head coach of Sundowns, I think Sundowns has changed indlela abadlala ngayo. They are now more ruthless, and because of this thing that has happened with the Sundowns, ama chances Chiefs will have decreased ukuthi bangawin a league. I don't think we will win a league, but I'm saying with the players we have what it takes. It's just that we have not traveled that journey to get to that point. And again, I'm gonna reference Real Madrid here. I hate that team. That team sometimes wins just because they know how to win, not because they play good football. They know they need to come down at times. They know okay, we need to play the ball. They know we need to hold on. Akupuga ma likes. They know these things how to win. But the Chiefs, they know how to play, but sometimes they just don't know how to win. They don't know how to be calm enough to then convert the chances that we're creating. And because of that, to finally answer your question, I think we might just finish as number 3, because I think the Pirates will still take it to the next level, because now they signed Erasmus and they might sign someone else in January. Ulepasa seems like he's picking up his form. Mistakes kuma live stream, but the Pirates is looking better. Basically now they are better, so we might have Sundowns Chiefs than us, unless something miraculous happens and then we end up finishing first. But that's not happening. I don't see it happening. I think funda ma comments 20 likes ela kopo ke uthi movie uthi uSikhao Mohale. Oh, let me start with Movie Mania. Says we can blame Chiefs, but for some reason teams seem to be inflating their prices when it comes to Chiefs. I could be wrong. I agree and disagree at the same time, because you know why I'm saying I agree, because Vele example perfect is the left back from Cape Town City Kateleni Olelo 12:30 uyosha 1 manje, so my head is anyways. Terence Mashiko, yes, Terence Mashiko sayitshela ukuthi akadayiswa blah blah blah, yet we saw him going to Sundowns. Or Victor Letswalo were told ukuthi 20 million, yet ambone sesayina kuSekukhuni sino 20 million manje ngazosenza ileme. So in that case, yes, it was true, the prices were inflated, right? But in an example Caleb, for example, we didn't have any competition, yet we still took our time to sign a player. So then there was no competition in that case. So I can't say Chiefs can blame anyone else but themselves for that, because they could have signed the player and they didn't. Now, Sikhao Mohale uti minimum third spot if we sign effective players. Yeah, if we sign effective players and keep the players that we have right now injury free, because if Caleb ngalimalanga and then sorted, if we make sure ukuthi Solomon's lapha emumva balimali no Hlanti, because they are also a very important part team yet, and most importantly uPloma ngalimali because asinayo ne backup yakhe njengamanje. Or Cole, they just struggle when they have to come in. So it's doable. It's just a matter of ukuthi we need to just have the right mindset of fighting. Now, next is Anele. He's saying, we will not win the league title this season. No, we will not. Definitely not. And Mandla, Babu Mandla, Abantu Badala. So I try to address them in respect. Uti, I know we don't have a striker to win the league. There I disagree. Or at least goal scoring midfielders. But next, yeah, Vele, that's what I'm saying. Uti, Tina, based on how we play, the amount of chances that we create, we could win the league, but since we don't have a killer instinct and putting those chances away, then it just takes our chances down. Gibson says Chiefs must sign a young player, not a Makehla, please. Mabayege unanaza, because we have many competitors. Another thing, they need to give everyone a chance to play. Interesting point. Ngizoyilandela futhi 22 likes ngicela khuphuke ukuthi give everyone a point. I saw Mahlatsi today and I was like sebezokwenza imimi ngami bethi ngenze njengoPep noRulani. Okay, so ukuthi I saw Mahlatsi today and I was like, okay, lo mfana lo seze waqhaqha i-dreadlock iskima kaStoli kwi-Chiefs. It's a sad thing that it's not a laughable matter, but it's not a laughing matter, but I just looked at him and I felt sorry for him. And he's one of those players that has not been given ithuba lokudlala. But bafethu, I do at times think, coach, they know better because they are with these players the entire week. And the second problem with giving everyone a chance is that you are trying to build a foundation so that you can build on top of it. Because what's this thing? Because if udlalisa uBlom ku right back this season, Umdlal says defensive midfielder next week, then Umdlal says a center back, because you are busy chopping and changing, angeke i-team yakhe iyendawo. So manje what we see ukuthi vele ku-established ukuthi ukhona usepaleni ku-right back Solomons no Riff Basalwa, but I think Solomons is winning that battle defense. And then it's pretty much uDove udlala noKwenika and then left back uHlanti. Eswini kunoMathi kunoBlom, those are guaranteed starters. And then up front kuzoba noCaleb, maybe not Doli, bese kuba uKG kwa left. So that's kind of a squad that we have. So now the only thing that you can do now is to try and maybe say, okay, uKG asimdlalisi namhlanje, sifake omunye umdlali. Yabo, we can chop and change kancane, but if you overdo it, then you end up hurting the team and the team ends up not being able to progress and do what the team is supposed to do. Back to the comments again. Oh, Chiefs. Okay, Sesig Movie Mania who says winning the league is far-fetched. True. Ngishilongata mixing my heart and my brain. My brain knows we're not gonna win the league and we're not candidates. Gibson says Matoho, Dube, Billiard, Ngobo, Nange need to go, please. Angeke ngize ngicomment, yazi ngeke ngize ngicomment. Angifuni nje ukuthi abalandeli bakaMathoho bangijikele la, because they will say vele wena mpilo umfuna uMathoho. So angeke ngize ngicomment. That's what Gibson is saying. Mandla comes back and he says Real Madrid has scoring players, Benzema, Vinicius, etc. People who know what a net is, who knows the net, like at Chiefs like that, Caleb or my penalty, we need more. We certainly do need more. And vele, it's not even ukuthi abadlali bethu, they are nowhere near level yo Madrid, because Madrid have been doing this thing, a team for a long time. Or Modric, they're in their 11th season. Or Kroos nabo bafika in their 8th season. Benzema somewhere 6th, 7th season. So a team le established was a winner. It's not for everyone to have those killer instincts. And next one is Simba Mukandansana says, very good, you made a good plan, thank you for that. And then next is Dube South African Transfer News says, Fiston Mayele must be signed in January for us to play CAF, but we need another striker or two and Junior Mendiet. I talked about Fiston Fiston Mayelizolo, and with him having extended contract by a year, I just wonder ukuthi izothini team yakhe if Chiefs could go knocking, because they will make an argument yokuthi okay, we might be out of the Champions League, but we're still in the CAF Confederations Cup, and that's better than what Chiefs are offering you right now. So basically, stay with us, and then what will happen is that you can still play African football guaranteed next year, rather than playing for Chiefs. So Chiefs in a Leon Kinga, and with Mendieta, the problem is that 8 million, and the problem is that Chiefs does not like spending. That's our team. That's what they do. Next one is, if we gave Zwane a better squad, I think he would do wonders. This squad is good, but not at a Champions League level. Definitely. And Vele, I think questions will be asked, especially when the next season starts. Because man just says nemali Kappa. I mean, indaba yeKapa singayikhuluma ngokuthi how much money are they bringing us and what it's gonna mean and what we can do with that money, because Jessica bakhuluma ukuthi it's a very lucrative deal. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy in my tam ukuthi it's a lucrative deal, so they should use that money then to give uZwane what he needs, because ngeke expect umuntu ukuthi akhande umuzi ontswempu oright omngcwalicious yet wena umnikeza materials that are not good enough to build the team. So yeah, these players like Pule Mmodi nabo or Fiston, they can be signed and they can definitely make Chiefs better. William Mehwe, oh my god, Ibongo, I'll just use your first names, because if I say your last names then ngizozisho kabi. Ibongo zen. Good evening, Pilo. May you please tell me what is the purpose of player being brought for trials and not be signed because he was brought as good player? Okay, I can answer that with a short answer or a long answer. The first, a short answer. The short answer is Lazarus Kambule. That's all you need to know. If you bring in a player to a system, you bring in a player to a different environment, and because baby she salabasuga corner, like they were good enough for they were playing, and then you bring them in to your team, and then you just sign them. When they become a flop, then what do? You've already given them a 3-year contract because you thought they were good enough. Kanti if you bring them to trials, they can come to the team, play with the team, and then you can see how good they are. Are they adapting to the style of the team? Can they be of benefit playing with these players? Because you can see maybe, let's just say Balin Pachna is good enough where he was playing, but you only find Uguti, he had a good chemistry with this one player, and then when he comes to Chiefs, it doesn't have that player anymore, and then it doesn't perform as well as he performed. You can find Uguti, it's because environment that he was playing in was good enough for him. So in the trials can help a team to see Ugut, is this player good enough? Because beginning of the season, I think the Chiefs had Laila K or Adlalane Chiefs, and then they ended up releasing him. That this under 19 guy from Stellenbosch, they ended up releasing him. I think there was another third striker again, but who also ended up leaving because the Chiefs saw good, okay, as much as they are free agents, they are not good enough for the team. Guys, abo liking, like, please like the video, it helps YouTube spread the video to more people like you, and subscribe if you unsubscribed. Let's move on to Mandla. Says Mahlatz I saw today reminded me of Mahlatz, who was a top goal scorer in your tournaments and non-top awards, the Ball Hill tournament. I hope ngempela ukuthi the change in hairstyle and the change in everything means the change in fortunes, the change in how things are done. Because hey, I like that player, but he's not been playing as much. Okay, let's move on to Football Freaks, who says, to those who are talking too much and saying Dino Love is all for us, clearly don't know that guy, and I would suggest you go watch his games in China and Turkey. He is really lethal striker, and he can help us a lot. Dino Love, Football Freak says that. I'm one of those people, by the way, who's talking too much. and saying Udino is too old for us. Because my problem with Udino Ndlovu in South African football is that he kumhlulile ukuperforma in South African football couple of times, not just once. So that's my thing, ukuthi kumhlulile ukuperforma in South African football not once, and it would be a huge gamble for the Chiefs to then just put that player, because my figure ngeke figures zoholu 20,000. He will be on a lot of higher wages, and he's a risk that has proven ukuthi in South African football he has struggled to play. Maybe he might just change and perform better than what I'm saying, but I just think from a business perspective, you also think of risk ukuthi, is it risky? Is a risk worth taking, or can we go for someone else who's going to give us something different and has a few years in him? So yeah, unless it comes to Ama trials and really impresses the team, I am still not convinced to share Udino mina. Besides the age yakhe, siyeke age, sikhulume nje ngokuthi how he has performed anytime when he played in South African football. Movie Mania says, Caleb is suspect. So many opportunities they missed, and I'm still waiting for him to prove to me. Give Caleb time. We are getting shame Caleb, I won't lie. But I'm saying I wonder how he's going to perform if you give him like 6 more months. Because Haaland, beginning of the season, I'm not saying in any manner Caleb is like Haaland, but I'm saying when the season began, Haaland wageja kuma off-season tournament, pre-season tournament, then played against Liverpool, missed amasitha yaqala isizini mntanami. I tell you, started scoring for fun, and all of a sudden people were saying Haaland was bad. He proved them right. He proved them wrong because he started scoring. So I've not been impressed with the number of chances that Caleb has missed, but I'm just hoping with time he gets better. And of course, if it doesn't, that's why we need more options so that they can keep him on his toes, as Uguti's squad is not his. Back to our comments. Bonguxolo Nongalo says, we don't have a target striker who's taking 18 area. If you see our wingers are working hard for nothing. True, to a point at times uSkhotha even crosses the ball engazi ukuthi ucrossela bakungekho umuntu eboxing. That's funny. But they can do more than this. And then Theo Lurwai Sive says, okay, I need to click on the side. Theo Lurai Suze says, if Skhotha can change his way of play, we can win the league. He just needs a proper coaching. He must cut in and face goals. Mabengamshintsha adlale on the right, because then he can cut in and have options to chip the ball or take ama shots. This one problem that I have with Skhotha, I love Skhotha. One problem that I have with Skhotha, he is forcing to go wide too much. He's forcing to go forward all the time, even when it's not necessary. So I think Skhotha, talent-wise, he's very good. But when it comes to football intelligence, sometimes it just disappears. And if he can just be better in his decision making, then we can certainly see a better version of that player. And thank you guys, by the way, for joining. Next is Udube, South African transfer news, says Pule Mmodi needs to be signed in January, and also Gabriel Mikel guy, then we let go of Kama. Can I ask Mpilo, is Boris Kopitovic in SA Kalatoma says he's on trail with Balan Bachna? So with Boris Kopitovic, the issue is he still has a contract with his team in Singapore. So since he's still contracted to a team, he can't just leave like that. So last I checked, he was still with his team. But I don't know, things might have changed, because I had said in another video that I made earlier this week, he probably, since his contract is ending this December anyway, he could just say, guys, I've played, I've done my things that you wanted me to do, I've scored goals for you, let me go play with the team, and then deuces, whatever. But it seems like he's not in SA yet, but you'll be surprised, maybe they negotiated and he has left and he's here. We'll see ukuthi uBalint uye ngazi ukuthi uBoris uBalint Bachna ngiyazi ukuthi vele he's in SA. but Boris, I don't know ukuthi what the issue is. Okay, so this is weird because I'm getting a call. I don't know who's calling me at this time, and I'm using my phone to film. Oh my goodness. And now I have to story. Okay, this is really weird. Sorry guys, my mother is calling me. So I'll continue because the audio is still here. So I think kuzoba i-comment Avela, who says, for me, question of winning the league is premature. I'm very happy with the building phase in terms of ball play. I am on ukwengezela kwe-squad and solid team, but with right players and equal backup. True. We can't be too optimistic because kwesinye isikhathi what will end up happening is that we'll just end up being disappointed because of the fact that we're looking forward too much ukuthi Chiefs will do miracles, and then if they don't, and then we end up being angry with the team, and then gonna say stadium. By the way, sorry guys for that. My mom was calling me. She doesn't know even what I have a YouTube channel, funny enough. Anyways, continue to smash those likes as figure inject 50 before the stream ends, because it's ending in a few minutes. Asifunde e-message from Justin Mdwebu, who says, Mpilo, my brother, Dino Love is a good, my brother. If we can get Dino and Maele, we can compete with the best. Akaze ngimatry uDino simbone ukuthi unjani. Mina vele shem ngibiased vele ngendaba yeminyaka, especially for a strike. Ngibiased mfana ngeminyaka. I won't even lie to you. If a striker is not, does not have legs, ayiba nenkinga mina, because sometimes the striker kumele nje, striker needs to take on a defender, sithi asihambe, and then when that happens, ama defenders will be in trouble. But if a striker sakho si one dimensional, sazi ukuthi awuzohold up ibhola alidlale. Look at the strikers who are complete, who've been dominant. They play the ball, they can move fast, they can do everything. Ngikhuluma manje ngo Aguero, ngikhuluma manje nge-striker that not necessarily have a height, but they know how to score, they know where the goal is. And Football Freaks says this thing of South African that when a player reaches 30 old, they finish really sickens me. Look at about Pep Mpilo Mfethu, 39 years old but still playing for Portugal national team. The question is, how does Portugal play? Because that's another question. Ukuthi Portugal, they don't play ibhola leli lidlalwa, for example, in Man City. Ngeke uPep adlale kwi-Man City because Man City they press high and they ama defenders abo asuke halfway. I-Chiefs is trying to play that same style. Thatha ke wena umuntu omdala umdlalise in that position bese uzothi akadlale against a quick striker like uSaleng, for example, uzoba nenkinga. So then you'll have to be forced ukuthi sit back to make sure ukuthi you are compensating for the lack of your pace. And inkinga ke leyo, because if you're sitting back, then you're allowing teams to just knock the ball around until befike boxing lakho, then you can start doing something about it. So okay, I think nansi the other problem. No mom. I'm just gonna do this. The other problem that we have with our players in SA, Uguti, they don't only get over 30 and then they remain in the same top form, because they just get to 30 and then say are bad, most of them, because as we've said this so many times, Uguti, our players, they don't seem to be as committed as much as abadlali base-Europe yabo. So ileyo ke inkinga egcina iba khona ukuthi mabefika ku-30, most of our players, not all of them, most of them bavele babhede. So that's why mabefika ku-30 sigcine sesithi ayi badala. I think ngifunda ama-comments ngalokhu ngafunda ngiresponda thona because asemaningi manje. Now uMandla uthi Dino Ndlovu was has even helped his team qualify for Champions League, and he played against Chelsea, etc. But he has injuries and thigh and other muscle injuries. And with Zwaneball, he is not make sure. That's another issue with older players, injuries and uzwanezoti pressa gijima. We already have an issue with Pule not pressing high enough because ngathiwa is safe, so kuzoba nenkinga. Let me read these final comments because sesidlulile 45 minutes, which the stream is supposed to be. Uti Umandla, when you sign Dino Love, you can't sign him as the only striker. You need to add another striker just cause of those injuries. Also, he once said he can't be at his best in SA. Culture doesn't bring his best. There it is. If he's the one who said that, that's why maybe wasn't performing the best in SA. Maybe feels like the league is beneath him. Perhaps he can do better. Asaz, angifuni ukumdismissa altogether, but I've put my points forward to why I have the problem. And then Football Freak says, Edmandla, true bro, but now I get the point Mpilo is making on the money part. And then Anele is asking me, when are you going to start another channel? The channel is already there. It's called Man KV Sport, and I'm just going to buy a monitor today. Budgeted so lamba this month a monitor because I will start playing and making FIFA content to upload on that other channel. It's called ManCave Sport, MANCAVE Sport. It's on YouTube, uzoibona. It's basically my other company in SA, well, small business. Getting average players over 27 years old with injuries is pointless. Kushu played. September shares who says shame how I forgot. And then Mandla says Zwaneball is texting guys. Injuries come because we run a lot. Injuries so far, Mashiane, Caleb, and when we saw Matt, Sechota come and Cole struggling to keep their legs. Yeah, and we call it struggle shame. We are about to he's not one pace off, he's like 5 paces off. You can see he's struggling. Salayelo Mahato says, hi Prompilo, thanks for keeping us up to date with our club and let us express our thoughts. Guys, ngizogcina la kwamanje but angaqedi ngifuna ukuthi ngisho lento le. World Cup. I wonder how Ghana feels right now because they didn't qualify. But because they prevented Uruguay from scoring 1 goal, that's why Uruguay didn't go through. So I wonder if they felt good about it or something. It would be interesting because this World Cup is now getting interested. By the way, who do you support World Cup? Eluhitu like, she comment and everything. And also, if you watch the stream after it had started, it's going to be live on the channel right now, and you can go and check it. You can go and check the stream and watch the rest and share my comments. Share with your friends. Follow Coast Nation Fan TV on YouTube. Follow Coast Nation Fan TV on Facebook. Coast Nation Fan TV on Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you on the next video. Tomorrow I'll be uploading a podcast and Sunday as well. And then on Monday we'll be back again with my live stream. Remember to turn on my notifications when you see what we are going live, because as I said, I'll say this again, every day, every weekday at 7:30 we will have my live streams, and you can come in and let me know what you think and we can interact like this. Thank you so much for those who were interacting. Thank you so much for those who liked, and thank you to all who watched. I will see you on the next video, and until next time, remember, equals Ale Pule Mmodi. And we are out. Football freaks, yes, this World Cup is definitely not make sure. Now I'm late. Bye bye.